If you need to create boundaries to be happier and cut out toxicity, do it. I think it would be probably one of the better things that I've noticed for me. I don't want to give up. I really don't. This last year was the year where I was like, I don't want to give up on myself. And I really did prove it to myself that I could take much better care of myself at the end of the day. Hey friends, long time no see. Welcome to my channel, This Queen Bee. It has been a few months since I have posted anything on this channel, and I think my last check-in was right when I came back from Europe, when I had gotten back from Greece. And I started this channel as just like a vlogging channel, but also to kind of document my weight loss. And yeah, so it's been a roller coaster. There's been a lot of things happening in my life, and with obviously I've been pretty persistent about not giving up, and I think it's been kind of paying off. But anyway, I hope you guys have all been doing really well. I'm so glad that you guys are here with me, and I do apologize for being MIA for a few months. I know I had started that channel, but then when I got back, you know, the holidays started to roll around and I was busy and more present on my other YouTube channel, the Bumblebee Farmhouse. So I'm really glad that I'm here right now and I'm hanging out with you guys. I just wanted to do an update on what's been going on and where I am in my weight loss journey and this journey that we call life. So yeah, I started in, I think it was mid or end of April, with Weight Watchers again, with just trying to get this weight off. I do have PCOS, I do have metabolic syndrome, I am insulin resistant. There's just like all these hormonal and there's just hormonal issues that have just caused so much weight gain and chaos, and you know, it's caused other issues other than just weight gain. Like I have a hard time sleeping. My hair has thinned out some this year, and it really got worse right after COVID, I noticed. But there's just like all these not fun things that kind of come with metabolic issues and autoimmune issues, and but I'm still here and I'm still fighting through all of it. And I know some of you guys have even personally reached out to me saying that you are on a weight loss journey and you are trying to lose weight. And it is definitely not just like, oh, I'm going to lose it in a year and I'm done and I'm cured and everything's fine. No, this is like a literal like a lifetime commitment journey. And sometimes we may fall, which I've done plenty of times, and pick yourself up again, kick yourself in the tush, and just, you know, try to keep going. So which, you know, it happens to us all the time. Nobody is just perfectly consistent, perfect their whole entire life. We all fall, we all make mistakes, as long as we try to like get back up, you know, then that's a big thing. So I have been trying to lose weight my entire life. I've had PCOS since I was an adolescent. I've had hormonal weight gain since I was adolescent. I've never been one of the like skinny blonde girls that, you know, we had in school. I grew up in a German town, and I think I was like the only ethnic looking person because everybody had blonde hair and blue eyes. But I mean, honestly, like I think I was just the one that just was like a little bit odd, kind of standing out. But yeah, I've never been skinny, you know, I've never been blessed that way. My sister, she could eat whatever she wanted and she'd be like a skinny little toothpick, but that wasn't the luck that I had, and that's life. Everybody's got their own things to deal with in life and their own cross to bear and all this stuff. So I did lose weight this last few months, slowly, and I am on a GLP-1 medication. I am on compounded tirzepatide. There's talks about it going off market. If I have to go to semaglutide, I will. If I can ask my doctor to write me a script for 8 to 12 months and just pay for it in advance if I have to, and just have the medication for a while, then I'll see what I can do. There's so many different talks because Mounjaro and Zepbound are supposedly not in shortage anymore, and so I don't know what's going to happen with compounded, but I am on compounded tirzepatide. I started compounding in September. So when I got back from Greece, I did Weight Watchers. And when I was in Europe, I didn't really track my points, but I was pretty mindful and I did move a lot. I did exercise, not exercise, but I walked a lot. Definitely more than I do here in the States. You know, in Greece, we didn't have a car for half of the trip and we literally walked everywhere. So that definitely helped to some weight loss. And yeah, so on my own, I was down about 26, I think, or 27 pounds, so almost 30. And then mid-September, I went to the doctor, I got my blood work done, and mostly everything was pretty much in a normal range. My intestines, like, you know, my liver was normal, which I'm very grateful to God. All of that was normal. My liver, my kidney function and all that, my kidneys were normal. My sodium was low, but I think it's because I had a stomach bug in Greece and then I got food poisoning on the plane coming home, so that, you know, that wasn't good. But hopefully I got my sodium back up. I haven't had my blood drawn again since September. So anyway, I did go on a GLP-1 medication, and ever since I started the GLP-1 medication, I am down, let's see, 26. 15 additional pounds. I had to think about that for a second. 15 more pounds on top of the 26. So it is slow moving, and you know, life got busy around the holidays and all that stuff. So I wasn't really working out the last probably month to month and a half, probably month and a half, if I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. But anyway, yeah, so I am on a GLP-1 medication on compounded tirzepatide, and I was put on that at starting off at 2.5 milligram dose, and I stayed on that for about probably around 6-ish weeks, around there. And then I did dose up to 5 milligrams, and on the 6 milligrams, I felt some side effects, but nothing major. I think the only major side effect that I had on the 2.5 milligrams was constipation. So I thought, okay, I'm ready to bump up to 5. Like, I feel like the medication wearing out of my system really quick and I'm starting to get more hungry. What it does is it kind of slows the emptying of your stomach out of your intestines, so the food stays with you longer, and I think it works on your hormones to make you not crave like a lot of things like food as much. So your food noise level is definitely a lot less. I still want to have a healthy relationship with food, so I don't want to dose up to where I never want to eat again. No, I'm still in a calorie deficit. I still track my Weight Watchers points, and I watch my macros, my protein, my carbs, my fats, my calories. So I am still doing all of that other work in the background. This is not a magic drug, a miracle drug where you just take it and surprise, you're just like thin and healthy. And no, like, it is a tool and you definitely have to utilize it and use it. So I am on 5 milligrams now, and 5 really was hard for me. Some people go all the way to 12.5 or 15 milligrams and they have 0 side effects. My sister-in-law started the same time I did. She has like no side effects, no gastric issues. Like me, it's a completely different story. So at 5 milligrams, I had a lot of stomach issues and it was really, really hard on me. I even thought about either bringing my dose back down to 2.5 or quitting altogether, because that's how hard it was on my system. I mean, I was just waking up in the middle of the night, and I would say like 1 or 2 of the hours of the night, I was just having stomach issues. And when I say that, nausea wasn't as bad. It was just more, I'm just gonna be really real here and say it, diarrhea, and it just wasn't fun. So I didn't know what to do. I know that they said that it could take a few weeks for your body to get used to it. And I felt like at one point it did start getting used to it, but you kind of have to see what foods agree with you on this medication and what doesn't agree with you. Because one night I literally had one piece of fried chicken, a drumstick, and it did not agree with me. So certain things definitely do trigger, I think, the side effects more. So yeah, I talked to my doctor in the last 2 weeks, because I've had good days on the 5 milligrams and bad days. And it seemed like the bad days were more so the first 3 days after injection. I tried injecting on different places. So I would inject in my stomach. I did try injecting in my thigh one time, which I did not like that. And a couple times I have injected under my arm, like in my arm fat, because you're supposed to inject in like the fattier area of your body. And throughout like this whole thing, like I would have major plateaus. It's like with Weight Watchers, I would weigh myself and like every 2 weeks a little loss would come off and I would plateau and a little bit more would come off. And I feel like with the tirzepatide, it would be like 3 or 4 weeks plateau and then boom, a chunk of weight would come off. And then 3 or 4 weeks plateau and boom, a chunk of weight would come off. And I'm learning not to depend on the scale with any of that like throughout this journey because that will drive you insane. So I'm not really best friends with the scale. I do get on the scale like every 2 to 3 weeks to see where I'm at. But a lot of the times my weight just stays the same. And then like I'll have a week where like this last week I was 6 pounds came off at once. I was like, what? And I don't know if it's because I changed my injection site and I injected in my arm, but I had been staying in a calorie deficit this whole time and still like my weight was not going down on the medication. And then just like boom, like all at once, like a big chunk of weight would come off. So I don't know. I thought it was my scale, but then I got a new scale and the new scale was doing the same thing. And I'm like, all right, I'm returning the scale because obviously my body is just like holding on to everything. And then when it wants to let go of it, it will. But regardless, I am really, really happy that I am down 41 total. I do not plan on getting off of this medication anytime soon. I also do not see myself dosing up anytime soon because I am really feeling this medication. Today I ate very little and I don't want to just eat very little. I want, like I said, to have a healthy relationship with food. I think that's very, very important because I don't know if I'll be on this medication my entire life, but I do want to teach myself like habits and, tracking my macros and my calories and, seeing where I'm at and all of that stuff. So yeah, I don't see myself dosing up anytime soon. I did talk to my doctor about microdosing because 5 just seemed like way too harsh to take all at once. And since I am uncompounded, I can split my doses up. So right now what I'm doing is I'm taking 2.5 on Fridays and then, which was kind of weird for me to do that because Saturday I was very hungry and I ate some of my weekly points and went over my calories, but I still tracked. And then Sunday my food noise and my hunger started to reduce. So it does take like a day sometimes. So I don't know, it's weird. Like I think it's where it depends where you inject it because today was the second part of my microdosing for the week. So I did 2.5 in my belly on Friday morning, and then this morning, which is Monday, I did the other half of my microdose in my arm. And I really felt it this morning, like not like pain. I'm not very hungry. I did so far eat about 400 calories and it is now about 2 p.m. So I do want to eat. I don't want to starve my body because then if I do and I start eating again, then it's just a bunch of weight's going to come on. So again, I want to stay in a calorie deficit and have a healthy relationship with food. And I do, like I went out for New Year's Eve and I ate less than I normally would, but I still ate and I enjoyed food, and I want to enjoy food because food is life and we want to enjoy those things with friends and family when we're all together. So yeah, the tirzepatide has been a game changer for sure, especially around the holidays because this is when I like really fall off the wagon and just start eating everything. I am more mindful. So Christmas Eve went to my sister's house and she had appetizers and roast turkey and pork ribs and mashed potatoes and like a bunch of desserts, and I try to fill up on the shrimp cocktail because it's very, very lean and it filled me up. And for my dinner I just had like a little piece of turkey breast with a tiny bit of potatoes, and I had 2 or 3 bites of dessert, and I enjoyed everything. So it's not like deprivation where I'm not having any sort of relationship with food. A lot of things can trigger like when you want to eat more. So I'm just trying to be more mindful and careful about like my emotions and keeping them in check, and just trying to stay on a plan and have the medication as a tool to kind of help me lose weight. I don't see myself dosing up anytime soon. And if you guys are on it at all, I don't know what dose you guys are on or what agrees with your body, but I just don't see myself dosing up anytime soon. I'm not saying never say never, but right now I think I'm getting way more like less hunger signals with the 5, so I'm gonna stay there. And then again, like I said, I had issues with my stomach, so I don't know what's going to agree with me or not. Now, as far as working out, I have not worked out a lot. I've done a few walks here and there, but really around the Christmas season, I just was so busy with my other YouTube channel and enjoying time with my husband and friends and family that I really did not have time. I did not make time for working out. So I am making a plan this week. I am working with Useful Fitness on my other channel, so I was able to get a really nice treadmill from them. So I do plan, and I have another treadmill too, but kind of nice to have two because you can have someone walk with you and you have company, which is, I think that's so nice. And yeah, so I will start working out again this week. I'm thinking about resubscribing to my boxing subscription on the MetaQuest. It's like these virtual goggles, and I was boxing for a while, and that was such a good workout. So I think I am probably gonna go back to boxing. I was thinking like walking like maybe 2 or 3 days a week, and then maybe doing like a 15 to 20 minute session of boxing. And it might be a little bit easier for me now because I do weigh a little bit less. And I am making small goals, small achievable goals for myself that are very realistic. You see some women on this medication or men on this medication that lost like 100 to 160 pounds in a year. Like that's just not gonna be me. And honestly, I talked to my friend Johnny, who's a doctor, and he says, you don't wanna lose it that fast. When you're losing it that fast, it's most likely taking your muscle than your fat away. So, which it could be taking my muscle too, I don't know. So that's why I wanna start working out again. And I am upping my protein. I've been drinking protein drinks, and I have been using supplements. So I'm taking grass-fed liver supplements for my iron and vitamin D. I am drinking about 1 electrolyte drink mix a day, even though I'm not really having stomach issues anymore. I thought I should probably take an electrolyte drink mix once a day, just to kind of help stay hydrated throughout all of this. And I started taking my Avasitol again for ovarian health and blood sugar. So there's just like a bunch of things that I am kind of like taking to maybe help me along this journey. Sleep is so important. So I was not sleeping very well. I started taking valerian root again. I haven't taken that in years, and that just kind of relaxes you. So I take that before bed. It's all natural. It comes from the root of a tree. It's called valerian root. Yeah, I'm just trying to stay in a calorie deficit, get my macros in, eat more protein. I did have to switch it up because I don't think I was getting enough protein. Try not to stress. There's a lot of things going on in my life, and like situations and people who have stressed me out. So I'm trying to, I think boundaries are super, super healthy, and I'm trying to have boundaries and create boundaries. Other than that, I think that the weight's just gonna come off slow, and time's gonna go by no matter what. So I'm just gonna keep at it. And hopefully I can meet these little goals. So really my goal is to average about 1 pound a week if I can, but I don't get on the scale every week anymore. Like I said, it really messes with me. So with that, I do my first major goal was met. I wanted to hit 40 pounds by the new year. And on New Year's Eve, I weighed in and I was down 41 pounds this year. 41 pounds this year, and since 2015 or 2016, a total of 62 pounds down. And when I saw that, like I saw what I used to weigh, like I had it written down, and then in my old tracker, I was like, I was 62 pounds heavier. That must have been so unbearingly uncomfortable. I don't want to go back there. I think this medication is a game changer for a lot of people who suffer from the disease of obesity and autoimmune disease and metabolic syndrome and PCOS, insulin resistance. There's just so many things that can go wrong with us, and I do think that this can help a lot of people if taken responsibly. It is a very dangerous drug. You have to take it very, very responsibly and be careful with how much you are taking. So I think that's kind of why I went to microdosing. So I did meet my first major goal, which I said I wanted to hit. And I have not seen the number on the scale since, gosh, I want to say like 2005 probably. And I just want to keep going from there. So my next major goal would be the start of summer. What is the start of summer? Is it July 21st or something? But anyway, by the start of summer, I would like to be down an additional 25 pounds, which is doable. Like, you just need to give yourself time and grace and, you know, just keep going. And I think once I start working out again here, it is going to be a game changer for me. Because again, the medication is a tool to the weight loss, and you need a calorie deficit, but definitely stay hydrated and work out. And that, for me, with PCOS, that definitely helps me. So I'm gonna go back to that probably starting this week. I'm having some issues with my shoulder. I'm getting older. I have arthritis in my hands. I'm pretty sure I have arthritis in my shoulders. Oh my gosh. This is 42. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. But yeah, there's goals that I want to squash and meet, and I was just thinking about them. Like, geez, if I lose another 25 pounds by the start of summer, that's gonna bring me down to 87 pounds? What? Okay, like, let's work on that. Let's slowly work on that. And if I don't meet it by the start of summer, then that's okay, as long as I'm getting closer to that. So, yeah, that's my hopes and my plans, and that's what's been going on with like the medication and weight loss wise, and kind of creating a healthy environment here at home, creating boundaries for people who don't respect me. Definitely plays a major role in mental health, and just creating like a loving, safe environment at home has also definitely been a game changer. It helps. It definitely helps when you're happier at home. I feel like you can concentrate on yourself more. And that's what I plan on doing. I feel like I somewhat sort of neglected myself around the holidays, even though I was still tracking my calories, my Weight Watchers points, my macros, all of that. And, but I feel like, I know we all do this. It's like a new year, and we want to refresh, and we want to make resolutions and goals. And mine are just mini goals. It's what I want. I'm not gonna say this is my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna lose another 50 pounds and I'm gonna be skinny and I'm gonna be super fit. Like, I'm keeping it real. Like, I'm being realistic. I am a woman with a lot of hormonal problems, so I just kind of gotta go and see where all of this journey in life takes me. And I do not want to give up. I don't want it to slow down. I don't want to give up. I really don't. This last year was the year where I was like, I don't want to give up on myself. And I really did prove it to myself that I could take much better care of myself. At the end of the day, it's you. You are the one who's taking care of yourself. I really do believe that. And I took care of me this last year, and I want to continue taking care of me because she deserves it. We all deserve it. You guys deserve it. If you guys are thinking about maybe losing weight or just being more physically or mentally fit, because mental health is so important. If you are not happy in your head or mentally in a good place, it affects your sleep, which affects your habits, which affects your cortisol levels and your hormones and your decisions, like your food choices and your energy. And so definitely want to be in a happy and safe space and place in life, and I think that definitely helps. So if you need to create boundaries to be happier and cut out toxicity, do it. I think it would be probably one of the better things that I've noticed for me. Yeah, it totally makes a difference. So I just wanted to check in with you guys. It's been a while. I know some of you guys were on a journey. Are you still on a journey? Are you still fighting it? Like, are you picking yourself up if you fell? Like, remember that song? If first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. And that's me. Like, literally my whole life, this is going to be a journey. It doesn't end at the end 6 months or 8 months or 16 months. It just continues. And I hope that I maybe gave some of you guys some motivation, as some of you guys have given me motivation. It's been a journey, it's life. And yeah, let me know how you guys are doing with everything. That's my story. I'm still on a GLP-1 medication. I don't want to get off of it, at least not anytime in the near future. It's weird to think that I take a needle with medication and I inject myself. I feel like I'm not taking steroids, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just never pictured myself with a needle taking medication to use it as a tool to help me take much better care of myself. At the end of the day, I want health and life and happiness, and yeah. So I feel like this has just been one big run-on sentence, and if it is, I truly do apologize. I don't I don't know, but I want to thank you guys again. Thank you so much for being here, for hanging out with me. You hear Archie barking in the background, my dog. I do plan on doing some updates on this channel. I'm sorry it took me so long, you guys, but here I am. And Happy New Year to you all. I hope you guys all had a wonderful, beautiful New Year, a wonderful Christmas, and I really hope that this year is blessed for you all and fruitful and just happy and joyous with whatever it is that God throws at us, which I know a lot of us are going through sometimes. Then just, keep a positive attitude, and I say pray on it. That always helps. And just trying to work on myself being a better person. I think maybe God would hear me even better if I changed some of my maybe not better qualities about me. But anyway, I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day. Happy New Year. Happy 2025, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.